Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I have not had an opportunity yet to come on because Zero keeps having other messages to bring through me because of this wild portal that we're in and this Virgo full moon that is currently kind of at play right now when I'm bringing this through, but we just went through the portal. If you were in Beyond the Portal, join me for Beyond the Portal, did the replay. I don't have words. Do you have words? I don't have words. I can't. I still can't. I don't feel the same. Nothing is the same. It never is, but literally nothing feels the same after that Virgo full moon lunar eclipse. And it shouldn't. That was the point. That is why the cosmos are doing what they're doing, is to wake you up to the fact that nothing is ever the same. And we don't want it to be the same. Everything is always changing. It's meant to. It's our resistance to that that causes our disharmony and dis-ease, as Zero brings through all the time for us. And it's so true. Change and transformation are innate. But when we consciously choose to be here, embodied in our divinity, in our truth, living as we want to, then we get to have the fun creating and playing, being consciously in this state of metamorphosis that we're designed to, expanding and evolving and becoming more and more of who we're here to be. That's the only becoming we have to do. We're being all that we are now, but also allowing ourselves to expand and evolve and ascend through the now and creating and not resisting and controlling, allowing and playing. So, anyways, before I went on that rampage, thank you for all of the love around my engagement. It's still so weird to say. It's so weird. Yes, I'm engaged. Maybe you don't know that. I am. Maybe you're new here. I got engaged. I'm 42 and a half. I don't know why. I love half birthdays. My half birthday actually is until April. I love birthdays. Age to me doesn't matter. Like it's just not a thing. I know I get younger every year because I bring in more source consciousness. That is the secret to life. Stream and channel source consciousness daily. We all are always. Do it by living and being as you're designed to. And you will be led and guided to all of the choices that are for you. And then you will feel great in your body. You will feel great emotionally, mentally, spiritually, energetically. I'm not saying I'm not human and things don't happen, but it's very few and far between that I don't feel great in all the ways. And then sometimes something's a little off, and that's always an opportunity to just pause and breathe and receive. Being intimate and honest with myself as to where I'm out of alignment, where I'm not choosing me. So, back to the engagement. Yes, I'm engaged to the man of my dreams for the reason that this relationship is everything I've always known I was here for. I spent a long time in a relationship that was not in alignment with my highs, but it was everything I needed to be here now and all the lessons in alchemy I needed to learn. And when I met Jeff, he was in a place and I was in a space. We were both in a place and space of our own healing. And that pulled us apart and brought us back together, and pulled us apart and brought us back together, because I kept trusting in what I was feeling called to, but my heart knew the whole time. And on the journey of me choosing me, as I guide you to do every day and Zero guides you to do every day, the more I chose me in the unknown, the more I showed up as the light that I am, the more that I embodied my truth, my power, my divinity, the more he saw me. When I talked about it, when I stressed about it, when I was trying to figure out who I was and what I was here to, it was overwhelming for him, trying to express to him everything that I knew I was here to do. But then when I started to show up and embody it, and he saw and he experienced me and he experienced me channeling Zero, and he experienced and sees the other side of me when I get out of a one-on-one, or I'm in my office for 8 hours channeling for superconscious mastery and beyond the portals and YouTube and doing one-on-ones. And I'm never higher, happier than when I have been sitting at this desk for hours just creating. And especially if I get at least one-on-one in there and I get that like human interaction, or a live of Beyond the Portal, or a live self masterclass or whatever. But anyways, the more that I, especially through the last 6 months, just like, no, I am making me non-negotiable, and that's just in the way of like what I'm feeling called to do. So I chose, and I think I shared this in the video the other day, I don't know, I've shared all of this in Messy Magical Magnetic, but share a little bit of the details now because I feel like it's important, and some of you are meant to hear this because you're worthy of it all. You don't have to settle in any way, and I know that can be triggering to hear. But the thing is, and this came through on 2 one-on-ones in a row this week, that are in relationships that aren't sure. Like, it's good, but they're questioning if it's who they're meant to be with as they ascend and expand and live more super consciously. You'll know. You'll know. And that was my journey through this whole thing. Is I was like, the more me I am, it'll either bring us together or pull us apart, because I know frequency is the greatest boundary. And so if I'm me and that resonates and that aligns with him, then that's divine. And if not, that's divine too. And ultimately, innately, I felt like it would only pull us together, but I couldn't control that. And he had to go on his own journey, and he is and I am. And together we see each other, and it's so fun to now be here. But I had to go on this 6 months journey, and I really didn't know, because in my last relationship, me choosing me and doing the work I wanted to do, things went another way. But here, it really only made him love me. It didn't make him. He just saw me. He saw me, the true me. And there's nothing better and more magical than that. And then to have someone choose you in the way, I was fine. He'd been married. He wasn't getting married again. Totally fine with never being married, I thought. But there is energy to it, to that someone making that choice and that commitment, especially when we're in our 40s and we've gone through everything we've gone through, and we know we only want to get married and commit to doing life together because it feels so right, for us both being so embodied in our truth now, and it just works, and it's fun, and it's easy, and it's safe in a way that I've never experienced before. And I tried to sabotage it, and it didn't work. But anyways, friends, thank you for the love. Thank you for the love. Let me know if you want to know more. And maybe I'll do some kind of, I know I'm going to do things on masculine, feminine energy, and more just on, I mean, it's everything that I say and Zero says every day. All you got to do is choose you. And I mean, Venus is doing this for us too right now, this Venus retrograde that we're in. Friends, do Beyond the Portal from yesterday. You having the most intimate, healthy, loving relationship with the now you, that's all that matters. Honestly, yes, it's great. It's wonderful. And the purpose is for you to love all versions of you you've ever been. But I see so many people get caught up in feeling like they can't move forward because they haven't healed a version of them in the past. I was there, but you know where the healing happened? Was in me choosing, I'm going to be the me that loves the me now. There's versions of me I'm still not fully okay with. Some choices and ways of being that I'm still kind of upset about or feeling shame about or guilt about or whatever it is. But I don't want to feel that. I don't want to feel that about the me now. I want to be the me now that loves me. And the more I chose to just be the me that loved me now, and I saw my light more, and I chose me more, and it really started to become more and more clear as to how I really always was doing the best I could at that time, and how I needed all of that alchemy, because now, especially in everything I'm doing and the one-on-ones and everything I'm creating, if I didn't have this alchemy and these human experiences, which there's so much more, which I don't hold back from you here on YouTube. It's just, for right now, I just love bringing through these higher consciousness messages, reminding you of who you innately are and calling you forward into the unknown. But I do understand, because I know I get inspired by when I hear other people's stories, when I see them living a life in alignment with what I want. And I really want to make this clear. I really hope that all of you here are feeling what I'm always trying to put out there, which is that, yes, I'm here to share in my journey, and I'm here to channel source consciousness, and I'm here to be this vulnerable, authentic channel and share in all of it, because I don't want to gatekeep, and I want you to see and be all that you are. And I don't want you to have any stories of how you're unworthy. So I share in my humanness, and I share a lot more intimately and deeply in Messy, Magical, Magnetic, because, well, that feels safer for all of the details. But what I was getting at is the fact that the reason you resonate within me, the reason that you resonate with me or zero, even if it's your first time finding me, there's a reason you're still listening. It's because of what's beyond the words. It's because of the frequency I'm embodying. And it's so humbling to say, but it's because I can't fake this happiness. Every day is better. And there's been a lot of pain. There was a lot of conflict, a lot of hard conversations that happened over the last 6 months where I had to choose me, and I didn't know. And with my then boyfriend, now fiance, and others. But the more that I chose me and shared my truth and did what I felt called to do, which was making superconscious mastery non-negotiable, me channeling zero every day for that, and me showing up and doing all that I did in that container for the 111 days, I knew that was what I was meant to do. It wasn't work for me. It was literally my soul's purpose for that span of time. And now here I am reflecting on all of that, and me choosing that, and me not just channeling that whole 111-day experience, but living it in listening back to the channeling, and then living it and leading and guiding, doing all the things I was doing, showing up here daily. I put myself in this place, which was obviously by design, where I had no choice but to see me. Now, maybe my way's extreme, but that's on purpose. Hopefully yours is a little bit easier for you. But at the same time, it's all so great. Even all the trauma and drama that I went through to get here, to be here, the abandonment and the pain and all the things, all the human things that I've experienced, that I wouldn't change any of it. And I knew that in it, but now the other side, what I'm actually living, like, I always knew what zero brought through me, that I was here to live in abundance with ease, living a life beyond my wildest dreams, and that in that I would be inspiring others to do the same. I knew it was true, but where I was getting in the way was that I was trying to feel worthy of that. So I felt like I had to get everyone else to live in abundance with ease and live a life beyond their wildest dreams before I could. So even though I was following my passion, I was still sacrificing and settling in a lot of ways. And so 5 years ago, I started to choose, it might even be more than that now, me. And it was not easy because I was so insecure. I had no self-love. I hated myself. But I loved everyone else. And I knew that nothing ever felt better for me than when I was leading and guiding and channeling. I didn't know it was channeling then, but just speaking these words that would come through me. But I then had to have the wake-up call in the ways that I did, that I share in other containers, but that brought me here. That brought me here because I chose to finally be the me that I know I've always been, that sees that it is all light and love. And that's not fake. And I love everyone and everything. Doesn't mean like my human values and beliefs, agree with or align with everyone, but I have love for everything and everyone. And that's been my truth my whole life. And I have the gift that I can see souls, and I can receive higher consciousness, and I can receive messages from higher consciousness and from higher selves. I've known this my whole life, but I didn't know how to communicate that. Tried in a lot of ways. Anyways, now I just say it. And you all see me, and if you're meant to. Many maybe left this video because I'm not aligned with you. And that was challenging for my humanness, not because I need the validation of everyone loving me, but because I so deeply have felt this call that I just want everyone to see their magic and their truth. So I want everyone to get it. But again, that was the thing. I used to force it. And now I just get to be it. I just get to be. I get to be the message that I receive. I get to be and embody it and be the living proof. So this engagement is that. Like, I didn't need this. I wasn't seeking and searching for it. I was very committed to just living a life that I loved and living that with anyone that aligned with that. And I did want to and do want to, and we want to. The feminine wants to be chosen. And for any healthy relationship, as I brought through the other day in a video, the balance that we need to feel within us and within relationship of divine masculine and sacred feminine is the masculine is meant to hold space and innately feels the need to hold space. That is how the masculine feels healthy, is holding space, is providing, is helping is helping the feminine, inspiring the feminine, having the feminine feel safe to create, to birth, to be chaos, to play. We need that within us as well as within relationship, especially romantic relationship. No matter how you identify, the dynamics, the energetics of masculine, feminine are always going to be there. And so for me now, the level of safety and security that I feel within my relationship, there are no words for. But my dad left when I was 5, and I used to create, because we usually create relationships playing on the same emotional addiction patterns, and I had such an expectation out of that was my safety my protection mechanism. Didn't know we were going into all this today, friends, but here we are. My protection mechanism was that if I chose relationships in any and every way that I felt like I would be cheated on, abandoned, whatever, hurt, then, and I expected it, it felt safer. So my relationship with Jeff has been quite the journey, because the more I've been me, no matter how messy, even if it's pulled us apart at times, it's always grown our relationship and pulled us back together. And this last experiment, I didn't plan intentionally. The way he saw and loved me and held space for me through all of it, I can't deny that he is safe space for me to just be me. And then in me feeling safe and vulnerable to just be me, the one that has always been told in the past that I'm too much and that I'm crazy and can't be this much light and love, and I can't be this happy all the time, and I can't just put a positive spin on everything. And I actually can. 42 plus years of proof of that. But I used to think there was something wrong with that. Anyways, he sees it, he gets it, he loves it, he holds space for it, but also holds space for me being overwhelmed because I care so much and so deeply and want nothing more than to show up in all the ways that I'm here to. So anyways, now he feels powerful in his masculine because there's such a beyond words level of trust that I have never experienced with anyone. But the key was that I had to feel that for myself first. I didn't trust myself. Oh, we're going into, didn't know this was a whole lesson today, friends. Whole relationship lesson, divine, feminine, masculine. Anyways, as we bring, Zero and I bring through all the time, you have to choose you. You have to feel safe within yourself. And that's where 111 days of superconscious mastery began, but it was way before that, when with my first 111 days of devotion to myself, of just showing up every day on my yoga mat. It didn't matter. It wasn't about the yoga mat. It was me showing me that I show up for me, that I make myself non-negotiable and I show up. And this was important to me and I did it. And then I continued to do it. Now I'm addicted. 211 days of devotion in all the ways. But superconscious mastery was next level. But that's the thing, is that so many of us that are here that are these highly sensitive, awake, aware beings, because we see and we feel so deeply, and we want nothing more than to be of service because we feel this call within us. We sacrifice ourselves and we abandon ourselves for everyone else. So it's really hard to have an intimate, honest relationship with anyone else when we don't have it with us. And I knew this and I preached this and I taught it. But then I got the wake up call that I was going to have to actually do it and embody it. And I went on a long journey of falling in love with myself, of showing up for myself, of trusting myself. And it's continuing because I just want to love the me now. I loved me yesterday and I'm sure I'll love me tomorrow, but I just want to love me now. And Zero brought that through the other day of that. That's all that it takes is just you loving the new now you. The you here in the state of metamorphosis is a divine human that you are, living super consciously in the new earth, creating your heaven on earth, and who's meant to be there will be there. It really is easy. You don't have to prove, you don't have to do anything to be worthy of someone's love. This is the fucked up thing about this human journey, to be honest, but it's also the most magical thing because that's why our souls came here, was to experience this, is that we come here and as soon as we enter into earth, like as soon as we're born, right, into these human bodies, because our soul enters our body 88 days ish before we exit the womb. And in that time, we're getting everything we need from our mother. And then we come here and we feel the wound of separation, of individuation. And then we go on this journey of trying to heal that. But we think that that healing comes from belonging and love and a validation from others, when really, truthfully, it's just us. That we're only ever seeking and searching to feel ourselves, our love, to belong here. That's all we're ever looking for. It's my deepest belief, one of my deepest beliefs. And I've yet to be proven wrong in this, in everyone that I've worked with, in everything that I've done, and in everything that I'm experiencing. And that's how now I have this amazing relationship with everyone in my life, because that's my standard, is that I get to choose me and I get to be me. And I don't know what that's going to mean. I don't know. I don't know who I'm going to want to be tomorrow. And I'm cool with that. I know right now what excites me to devote to commit to. And then when that's meant to shift and change, it will. Like right now, I don't see anytime soon I'm going to stop showing up here on YouTube. I'm going to stop doing Messy Magical Magnetic because it's literally the greatest part of my day other than one-on-ones. And I would just do all of it all day, every day at the same time if I could. Like, I wish I could just fill every hour with one-on-ones while also creating for YouTube, while also creating the Light and Love Club, while also creating for Messy Magical Magnetic, while also being in Super Hard. Like, I just want to do it all day, every day. Anyways, calm down, Courtney. Okay. If you're still listening to me, I want you to receive this truth. Whatever is activating, triggering, awakening, inspiring, intriguing you in this, hear this the loudest. This is what I'm feeling called from your highest right now. It's what I'm being told. All of you here right now. All this is telling you is that you're worthy of you. It's time to stop abandoning you in any way. You have to choose you in all the ways. Career, relationship, health, finances, all of it. All of it is just you choosing you, and everything else will align for you. You will be divinely compensated. It will all magically work out. It just will. And you can make it as complicated. I've made a lot of this really complicated, and that's how now I have a lot of alchemy within me. But it really is simple, friends. It really is simple. And you are worthy of being loved for who you are. That is beyond words. There's no words to who I am. I was on a one-on-one today and they're like, I don't even know how to put words to who you are to me. A coach, a channel, a mentor. I'm like, I don't know. I don't know. I'm just a mirror to you of your divinity. Like, I don't know. That's all I've ever wanted to be. I just want to show you you, because that's what I've been told my whole life I'm here to do. But then I had to go on a very long journey to figure out how I do that. And here we are. So I hope that this has given you whatever it needed to. But I'm also feeling that Zero has a message on this. So In case you're new here, my name is Courtney. Nice to meet you. Thank you for sticking around for this. I am here living super consciously, super naturally, as I'm designed to be, as the now me, knowing that I have a direct line to my superconscious mind that has all the infinite intelligence I need, but I don't need to know and want to know it all. Some part of me does, and it's leading and guiding me through frequency and energy. And that has led and guided me here, and now I go into trance and let that source consciousness that comes through me known as zero channel through me to take you to your 0 point of creation so that you can be the one to the everything and nothing, to the infinite, to the divinity that you are. So you right now can receive what you need. Did I already say that? So you can then create what you're meant to. Okay. I'm so high on life right now, friends. I have this sticky note here that says, be high on frequency. So there we go. Now, if you want to be high on frequency with me, then receive this message from source consciousness from zero. I don't know what's going to come through. If you feel called to, close your eyes. But no matter what you're doing, breathe with me, fully inhaling, fully exhaling. On your inhales, fully expand, opening and expanding to receive what you need. On the exhales, fully surrender and soften to here now, anchoring into this frequency, into the light that you are, so that you can receive it. Receive the message. Hello, beautiful, beautiful being. Thank you for pressing play, being here with us today. And clearly, if you're still here, then something is resonating within you. And we know that what that is beyond words. Courtney is vibrating at a level of frequency that is reminding and activating your soul, the truth of you that we speak to, of your purpose here. And that purpose is to love yourself more than anything else, to be who you want to be, so that you can then channel everything that you are meant to. You are divinely designed. It is easy and innate for you to be you. And it's time now for you to not resist that in any way, in any way, in any relationship, with anything. On your human journey, it is innate, inevitable that you are in relationship with everything. Your relationship to the plants in your home, the relationships to your pets, the relationships to your family, the relationships to your friends, the relationships to your romantic partners, the relationship to food, the relationship to money. It is all in relationship. And you're here to now live in resonance with what relates to the truth of you, to your divinity, to your highest frequency in that now moment, which is always accessible if you're present and doing what you feel good doing. And then what is meant to relate to you then will, and what isn't won't. But what happens is, because on this human journey, the way it's designed, you have these connections and attachments to things, people, places, events, beliefs. And if you look to all of that, it is all what has happened. And that is great. That has created alchemy within you, and that has got you here. But not all of it is meant to be with you now. And some things that are meant to be with you now may not be meant to be with you a week from now. But that doesn't matter. All that matters is that you're here now, vibrating at the frequency that you want to be in by embodying and living your truth, doing and sharing and speaking and creating as you feel called to, And what is a vibrational match for that will see and resonate with you. That's it. Frequency is your greatest boundary. Frequency is the key. Just be embodied in the miracle frequency, which is you being you in that now moment, not defining you and deciding who you are and then performing every day as that being. Yes, there may be things. Cortnie wanted to be a YouTuber. She didn't know why, but here she is. But her as a YouTuber, as a label, has no actual meaning to it. It is a action she is taking, and YouTube is a vehicle, a tool, a portal she is using to connect with you. But that is not who she is. Just like she isn't still grade 5 Cortnie. You aren't these roles that you play and these labels that you give yourself, but you can choose to be whoever you want to be. So you can identify as the you that is living YouTubing every day if that is serving you. Just like you can also choose to identify as you that is working a job that you hate every day. You are the one choosing it. And the more that you just make the choices that feel 5D and beyond for you, that are aligned, that expand, that excite, that ignite you, the more and more who and what is meant to be with you will be, and what isn't won't. So Cortnie just bringing through her story and her relationship with Jeff is on purpose, and we will be encouraging her to bring more through in other ways soon, because it really has been a very powerful journey for her of living the wisdom that we bring through, of when you choose you, when you love you, who is meant to will too, because they will be able to, because they will see you. But they're choosing you because they love you being you and you love them being them, and it vibrates at the same frequency. You resonate and you enjoy each other. Just like the food, just like the way you move your body, everything is easy when you live as you are divinely designed to be, which is what is going to feel innate for you, supernatural for you. And you'll be led and guided to that super consciously in the now, following the frequency and energy. And that is how you will get the love of your life. But you have to see that you are innately the love of your life. You are the only one you're always with. So you got to start with you. Love you, choose you, but know that you are here to be in this constant state of metamorphosis into higher frequency and consciousness. So that's going to continue to evolve. But the truth of you, the things that truly matter to you, your values, your light, your power, your gifts, are what have always been there and will always be there, because that's how you planned it. But there are some things that are there for a period of time that you will transcend beyond. And we brought this message through right now for you. And after Cortnie shared in her journey, because we know that you have just moved through this portal and you're still in a portal that is taking you into such a high level of consciousness that you can't deny your divinity, and you can't unhear, see, feel, know the higher consciousness and wisdom that is leading and guiding you. But you can continue to resist that and make it complicated and delay it, or that's how it will feel on your human journey, on this linear experience you're on. You're going to get there when you're going to get there, but you're receiving this now because you're ready. You're ready to be there now. You're ready to collapse time. You're ready to live limitlessly. You're ready to manifest and magnetize with ease everything you need, but you have to be the true you, and that's going to feel messy. That's going to feel magnetic. It's going to feel magical. You will feel all the things, all of it. And you're meant to. You're meant to. You're meant to feel the mess, the magic. You're meant to feel the sadness, the happiness. You don't get to selectively numb. And as you let go of part-time personalities and ways of being, it may be challenging for your humanness. But you will know deeply that you're doing what you're meant to, as Cortnie always did. Your heart is quiet. Your soul just knows. Choose the things that feel natural, innate, peaceful, safe for you. But it starts here. It starts here, friends. Choose you. Choose you. You loving you is for everyone else. It is. So, right now, breathe. Breathe and feel right here, right now. Know that you received this for a reason. What did you receive from this? Where do you know it's time for you to choose you more, to love you more, to show up for you more? Not because you're trying to get something. Let us make that clear. Not because you're trying to get the perfect relationship. Because you know that there's nothing more powerful than choosing you, than showing up for you, than loving you. Because you are ready to make yourself, your happiness, your abundance, your bliss, non-negotiable. And we know you know what to do. And all you got to do is choose you. So devote right now. Devote right now to choosing you. So that everything else can see you and choose you. It's meant to. And what isn't won't. And you don't have control. So just be. Be the light that you're divinely designed to be. And you will magnetize everything that you need to live a life beyond your wildest dreams. Trust, if you receive this, you're ready. You're worthy. You have to choose a 5D you in all ways. Okay. That's all we have for you today. We're going to wrap this up. We love you so much. Thank you for receiving. Okay, sorry that just cut out. The power went out. I came back and everything was dark, and then we have a generator, so everything turned back on, and I felt called to come on and wrap up this message. 0 was done, as you heard, but they just weren't quite bringing me back yet, and for whatever reason, the power went out. It's not even windy. I don't know why. Anyways, friends, I just have to share again. Thank you for all of the love and all of your kind words of my worthiness of this. But I want you to really hear and receive what 0 and I are telling you is that you are too. And it's so much better. I wanted to bring this, to say this. I almost didn't end this. I was just going to leave it. But I felt so deeply called to come back on and tell you that it really is easy. We make it so overcomplicated. At least I did in trying to figure it out. But it is so easy. Just follow what you want to do for you. Your ego is going to want to justify it. It's going to want to know or figure out why you want to do it or what's going to come from it. Or it's going to feel this need to prove and share and tell others why you need to do this, whatever it is. You need the validation, the approval. You don't. You don't. No one, very few. There's maybe 2 people in my life that I think saw and trusted in what I was feeling called to do more than I did. But most didn't get it, especially my family. And in the beginning, they were very confused, especially when I first came home after closing my yoga studio, and I had a lot of opportunities for work and things, but I just knew it wasn't what I was meant to do. And I continued to trust this inner knowing and calling and make the choices that felt aligned that really didn't make sense in that time. Now they do, and now they do to everyone in my life. But I just had to continue to choose me and to stay true to me, not just in my career, but in my dating life. I trusted in what I felt, in who I resonated with, in what my heart felt at peace with when it came to dating. I didn't know what I wanted, but I did enjoy getting to discover that through trusting myself. And that led me to Jeff, and everything didn't make sense logically for most of the last 4 years, but my heart knew and his heart knew, and it was easy. There was just a lot of human complications from our previous experiences. So that's where when then 0 and I bring through reality's a mirror. So we both came into this relationship with realities and paradigms and beliefs and conditioning and patterns within relationship that were from our choices in the past, right? They were an echo, a reflection of who we've been and the choices we've made. Luckily, I was at a level and had done a lot of inner work and growing that I knew and saw me, and I knew and saw him, and I just kept knowing that I didn't want this relationship to be like anything I've experienced, he's experienced, or anyone else has. I wanted it to be what it's meant to be for us. And I just stayed so true to that. Now, that was my journey. There's so much more to it, but just felt called to share that for someone, because there's like literally the power in that. And when you choose you because you love you, and then others see that and love you more, that is pure magic, because we're here to be in relationship. We're here to be with others. We're here to be in unity, in community, in family, in connection. But if we're all in unity, in connection, in community, and family, playing these roles and being who we don't want to be, who we think we have to be, faking and proving and people pleasing, then why do you think that we have so much disharmony and dis-ease and so many toxic relationships and so many people playing on emotional addiction patterns? Because we're all trying to get each other to match our core wounds so we feel comfortable, because we aren't giving ourselves what we need. So give yourself what you need. And then it makes it really easy. No one else has to give you anything. But then when you are then in vibrational resonance with someone at the frequency that you love being in, that's when everything, it's beyond words. You just get to be and play and create and have fun. And that's what I always knew I wanted in a partnership. That was non-negotiable for me. And we've had that. And like I said, it's been challenging. There's a lot to our journey that I will share, but in more intimate containers, because that's what feels right for me. But I know that you are receiving this because there's somewhere, some relationship with something in your life that you are choosing out of alignment with you. And Zero's made it very clear to me, especially through this portal, not beyond the portal. Anyways, I'm very clear that I can't play small, and I know I'm here to wake you up to how worthy you are. And that's been challenging for me before, because I'm not here to tell you anything. I'm just here to share in my story and to share the things that Source channels through me. And I know that your higher self has you here to receive what you need. And then you get to be the sovereign soul that you are and make the choices that you need to make. If you're in relationship and you don't know if you continuing to choose you and live super consciously and go on this journey of ascension, if it's going to work out, or if they're going to still, want to be with you, you can't know right now. You can't figure it out. You can think about it, I guess. You can think about it and you can try and figure it out, but you're not going to have the answers. You can see and visualize and imagine a lot of ways your relationship could go with anything, but it's only what it is now. So that's just all projecting into the future. Whether good or bad, that's all you're doing. It's all imagination. So when you're here now and you're choosing you, and you just go forward choosing you, and then see what happens. And it'll be clear. You will know when it's time to move on or it's time to get engaged. You'll know. You'll know in the now. 2 months ago, I'm not kidding, friends, I was pretty sure that on the other side of superconscious mastery, we may be separating, just because I was didn't realize, trying to sabotage because I was feeling so safe and seen, and that was freaking out my ego to actually fully trust in someone other than myself. I was to a level now of trusting myself and not needing anyone else, wanting to share my life with someone, but also unsure as to if they could handle all of this. And apparently they can. And it feels so right. And that's what feels the best about it, is that like we were both in a place of not needing each other. We aren't attached. We love each other, and we are choosing to do life together because it feels right, not because our emotional addiction patterns are attached to what we give each other, but because we both see ourselves and see each other, and we get to just live this super conscious relationship, which is something I've always dreamed of. I didn't know what it would feel like, and I didn't know if it existed. And it does, but I can't explain that, how it feels, because it honestly just feels safe and at home, and I can just be me. And there's no greater way to be. And I don't know what that means, because I'm the me now here recording this for you, and then I'm going to be the next now me. And that's what I'm living. And I'm a lot. I'm a lot. This doesn't turn off. And so, it's feels good to not be too much for someone. And I know I'm not for a lot now, but I had to go on my own journey of seeing and feeling that, and being okay with all that I am, being this channel of source consciousness that is very extreme. And I love it. I love it. I love that I see the light and love in me and in everyone. I love it. And I wouldn't have it any other way. And I just want to play and create all day in the new earth. That's all I want to do. That's all I want to do, is just do this. Okay. I'm feeling called to share with you, if you're still here with me. I know, I think I shared in this video that I have a private podcast called Messy Magical Magnetic, where you get all the behind the scenes everything. They knew first about my engagement. I'm pretty sure I shared at the beginning of this video. But if you get in at any time, but if you get in now before Saturday, you can join us live at 1:11 PST for a Secret Self Mastery class. This is only for anyone in Messy Magical Magnetic. It's just a bonus that I felt called the other day to bring through. So I'm doing it. Zero hit me with it. I don't know what it's going to be, other than the fact that they told me while I was bringing this through today, this video, literally in this video transmission, it has hit me that we are going deep into divine feminine and masculine energy and living super consciously in relationship. Okay, if you're a Messy Magical Magnetic, now we have a little bit more knowing of what the secret masterclass is. I haven't known. I've just known that I'm doing it. The replay will be posted in Messy Magical Magnetic, and that's all. That's all. Also, there's Beyond the Portal, the Virgo full moon lunar eclipse. Beyond words powerful. I don't even want to give words to it, because I don't want to give any expectation to it. It's such an individual experience of you feeling all that you are in the now. And yeah, so if you feel called, the link to the replay of that, it's timeless, is below, and other things and stuff are there. Okay, that's all. That's my sales pitch to you. I always feel weird about it, but then I keep hearing thank you for sharing what you're doing off of YouTube, because it is more intimate in these containers. So if you feel called to join me in any way, join me. Otherwise, I will be here every day for free for you to receive the messages Sarah and I want to bring through for you. Okay, that's it. That's all. I love you.